Welcome to Whole Being Health, Function, Vitality and Mastery. Today's talk, we're talking about music. Music, as you know, is a vibration. All sound, light, heat are all vibrations. Music is a vibration. Now, for me, the sad thing is that today, a lot of the musics that are cultural aren't truly cultural. They're actually destroying the culture itself. What do I mean? When you look at music today, and if you look at the book, a great book called Hidden Messages in Water by Master Emoto. Great book. It explains that there were experiments done on water, and he found that if you put water next to heavy metal music and play it, it destroys the crystalline structure of the water, and the water actually looks disfigured, the actual water crystals, because he found a way to actually photograph the water crystals and actually show how beautiful or how damaged they were based on the frequency that was being emitted close to the water. Heavy metal music was absolutely destroying the beautiful energetic flow of the water. He found that when a Tibetan master prayed over water crystals that were damaged, it would restore the alkaline structure and the crystalline structure of the water. He did tests, and there's loads of people that have these tests on YouTube where you can have 2 cups of water from the same tap and write on one of them love and write on the other one hate. Put them somewhere and leave them, and people have done this multiple times around the world. And you leave them for a week, you come back, the one that has hate written on it is cloudy, the water is actually cloudy. The one that has love on it, the water is clear. It showed the power of thought, the power of intention, and the power of words, and the power of music. Now, you might think, what's that got to do with me? Human beings are mainly made of water. Newsflash. So, typically between 60 and 70% water. So the point here is, if vibrations can have that effect on water, if you are mainly water, what effect is it having on you? A massive effect, if you weren't figuring it out. It's a massive effect. So music that we listen today is damaging us. Now, in my background, my race would typically listen to hip hop. Nowadays, hip hop, R&B, soul, rare groove, and jazz, and so on. When you look at the frequencies of jazz and the old school rare grooves and the old school soul music, it's very, very relaxing, and the frequencies are more soothing. You don't listen to soul and think, right, I'm gonna go and beat someone up, I wanna walk down the road angry. But you look at hip hop today, and you look at the people when they're driving in their cars and they listen to hip hop. They look angry. The music is altering their brainwaves and thus altering their emotions. You look at the stats on all the people that are fighting and shooting each other in parties and raves. It's always in places where it's ragga or hip hop or heavy metal, always somewhere where it's promoting this negative vibration. So my point here is, the music we're listening to today is changing the emotional state of the people that's listening to it. This is a concern, because it's not our culture to listen to these sort of musics that are destroying us. Now you look at the culture itself throughout the world, you look at Eastern music, and the Eastern studies and the Eastern schools are the most spiritual, harmonious sort of schools in general. And you listen to their music, listen to Indian music, it's happy, happy, happy. You see music where they're kicking their feet up, and it's all uplifting and happy music. Calypso, as a West Indian music, is very happy music. You don't see people listening to calypso and have a frown on their face. They don't look angry. They look quite joyous. But the Eastern musics are very flowing. They're very happy musics. And you look at classical music. There's no anger in classical music. You look at the Tibetan music, it's very relaxing, very soothing, very uplifting, very balancing music, harmonious music. The only musics on the planet that are self-destructive, that are negative, are raga, not reggae, reggae's cool, raga, heavy metal, and hip hop. They're the only musics that create, and also some parts of rock and roll. Well, quite a lot of the actual frequencies of rock and roll. They're the only musics that are creating this negative anger. And the reason why I say some parts of rock and roll, because you get the rock and roll people that are kind of really into it, but it doesn't promote anger. You listen to the lyrics of hip hop as an example. There's nothing, and I'm talking about a lot of the hip hop artists today, they're not really promoting love. It's more hate, it's more disunity, disharmony, anger. You know, just the word association with money and being rich and being materialistic and degrading women. It doesn't promote a healthy vibration. And you know me, if you've watched my videos, I'm all about vibration and higher growth. I'm always about that growth mindset. Raga, there's nothing positive in that music. Listen to the words. And remember, words are vibrations. There's nothing positive in that. Rock and roll, like I said, some of it is quite, the frequency-wise is quite negative, but the word association isn't as bad, but it's still not positive. And then heavy metal, obviously the frequency of the music is very self-destructive. And again, that's proven in Dr. Emoto's book. Look at his videos, research, rather than just slag this off and say, oh, it's rubbish. Research, because ignorance doesn't mean something's right or wrong. It just means you would choose to ignore it. So if we want to change this planet, and we want to change the people on this planet, we have to give back all that music that's just destroying us. We have to focus on musics that are uplifting, that have positive words, that accept men and women as equal, races as equal, and thoughts as positive and uplifting. Things that are mellow, that don't elevate our heart rate, don't make us go angry, don't make us have a frown on our face. Things that are channeling us to make happiness, love, and unity. Let's try and do that together, guys. Stay healthy, happy, and whole. In whole being health.